guys, it's Princess Ally back with another video, and today I'm helping out my little middle school friends, and I hope that this video is going to be very helpful for y'all. Middle school is a very interesting time and interesting place to be in your education career. The reason why is because you have all types of personalities, maturity levels, and other stuff. Now, let me help you, because when I was in middle school, I didn't have any tutorials to help me, or guides, or whatever you want to call this. So let me help y'all. All right, so let's talk about 5th grade. 5th grade is the top level of elementary, the big guns, the popular, the big, bad, and bold kids, as you want to call it. But, and also, it shows a level of you're leaving childhood, in a sense, where you're not kids anymore. You are becoming young adults, young rounded adults, or tweens, or whatever. So once you graduate 5th grade, you go into 6th grade. Usually that's walking through the halls, getting pushed and shoved by the 8th graders, slamming lockers, being late to class, and stuff like that. I didn't have that 6th grade experience. What I had was virtual classes. Yep, thanks to the pandemic. But I learned how to work around it. It was interesting, to say the least. Nothing too bad I couldn't handle, I guess. 6th grade was a very boring and sad year for me, because in middle school, you start to find yourself in a sense of, do I really want to spend time with the friends I hung out with in elementary school? Should I change my look? Should I act differently now that I'm older? Should I do this? Should I do that? And it's a lot of questions going through your mind at once. Now, these questions are normal because, like I said, you're transitioning from one stage of your life to the other. And this is also where 6th grade comes in, because 6th grade is the most easiest year of your middle school life. Here are some of the curriculums that you are going to need to know for 6th grade. For history, you learn about world history, so the ancient civilizations, the ancient religions, and stuff like that. Math, you learn about positive and negative integers, getting ready for the things you're going to need to know for 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and college, and so on. Science, you learn about the body systems and ecosystems. And in English, you guys start to clean up your languages with your my dog is always barking. Phygital language. I think he's trying to help you for middle school too, but he doesn't know anything. So, in 6th grade, I really think a lot of 6th graders, they struggle with organization. And I feel like organization is a very big key to stay organized. Stay organized, y'all. All right, we're moving on to 7th grade. You're now a 7th grader. You're in the middle of middle school, how I like to call it. Whew. 7th grade, 7th grade, 7th grade. I transitioned to a different state for my 7th grade year. So that was a big adjustment from being virtual to being in actual classes. But I also had to stay in the dorm. So I could go into dorm life in another video, but I'm mostly focusing on middle school, so if you weren't in the dorm. 7th grade was an interesting year. As I said, I kind of had to figure out myself in a sense where I wasn't surrounded by kids the first year of my middle school life. I was home. I did hang out with some friends here and there, but because of the pandemic, it really couldn't happen. So in 7th grade, I felt an overwhelming pressure as I walked into those halls because I wasn't used to it. Did everyone like me? Did I wear cool clothes? Am I supposed to act like this? Should I act like that? It was a lot of questions running through my head, but I got through it. The curriculums that you need to know for 7th grade are the following. Math, we do a lot of geometry in 7th grade and probability and stuff like that. Civics, is our history class. And we do have to pay attention to civics because civics is a big exam. You take a big exam in civics at the end of the school year, at least where I'm from. Next is science, and science is a big one. We did a lot of the EMS, which is the electromagnetic spectrum. And in English, we start to do a lot of essay writing to get us used to it. I did get to pick my elective, so my extracurriculum. I did have band half the week and PE the other half. If I could tell them my past self to one thing, and what I'm going to tell y'all is don't let people talk for you, because that isn't cool. You have to be able to talk for yourself and advocate for yourself. Eighth period. Oh my God, I'm thinking of classes. 8th grade. That was a fun year. Very emotional, but fun. My last year of middle school. Here we go. In English, we read a lot of books in 8th grade. A lot of persuasive essays. A lot of longer essays. In science, we get prepared for the big science test at the end of the school year. So we do a lot of formulas, the periodic table, force and kinetic energy, and stuff like that. And we also do a lot of review. For math, we are doing pre-algebra, which is preparing us for Algebra 1 in high school. And we do U.S. history. And we did write a couple essays in U.S. history, but it wasn't that bad. But yeah. I think if I could give my 8th graders some advice that I went through during 8th grade, it's probably stand up for yourself even if you're scared, because no one's gonna ever do it for you. So now, let's answer some questions, and then I'm going to go into my advice. Is middle school hard? Yes, it is harder than elementary school, but easier than high school. It is a middle. It's called middle school for a reason. So yes, it is harder than you're used to. Will I get bullied in middle school? Honestly, you get bullied anywhere. So the answer is yes. You can do different things to help you not get bullied, but I honestly think that there's going to be bullies everywhere. Another question is it weird to not have your first kiss or boyfriend in middle school? It is not weird. I dated a lot of people in middle school, I'm not gonna lie. Do I regret it? Yes, I do. But everyone has their phase where you just, But honestly, I think just wait until you're ready. Don't rush it. Like, if you see your friends dating, that's good and dandy. But if you're just like, no, it's not for me. I swear. Get another call. I swear I got another call. I was about to cry. But if you honestly just feel like you don't want to date, don't do it. And no, it is perfectly fine. Yes, it's perfectly fine to have your first kiss. Yes, it's perfectly fine not to have your first kiss in middle school. A bad mistake I did was I planned mine. Don't do that. Do not plan your first kiss. Let it happen naturally. Because at the end of the day, like I said, if you're not ready, if you don't feel comfortable, just don't do it. People are stupid sometimes. How do I know who are my real friends and fake friends? That is a good question. You're not always going to know. People can act all goody two-shoes towards you 1 minute and act all mean and disgusting behind your back. So I guess if I could give you some advice is don't trust everyone. Kind of keep them at an arm's length until they give you a reason to trust them or not to trust them. It just depends. But honestly, you don't need a lot of friends. Don't go trying to be Miss Popular or Mr. Popular, because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. You just know. How can I ask for help with my teachers? Honestly, I struggled with that a little bit, but just go for it. Like, there's no dumb answer. So if you really need help, just say, so-and-so, I need help with this. Can you please explain it? And as a teacher, that is their job. Their job is to teach. So you asking them something is going to make their day, because they're like, oh my God, I'm teaching. But yeah. So I think those are all the questions. So here we are with the next part of this video, is just the advice part. So some advice I have for you is, 1, be organized. It is very, very important, because if you're organized, you know where things are, it's easier to transition. So I would go to my locker every period to get what I needed. And I had my folders according to classes. So my English folder would be first, then my science, and so on and so forth. Another thing that I would recommend is no fooling around in class, unless you have a cool teacher. I'm just kidding. Even then, just try not to talk too much, because I got in trouble a lot for talking. Another one, stay away from drama as much as possible. If you see drama, just stay away from it, just walk away. If your friends tell you something, just listen, don't say anything, unless they ask for your advice, but even then, don't give it to them. I mean, you can, but just don't give it to them like 100%. Just give them half of your advice, because they will use it against you sometimes, just depending on your friends. Not all friends are bad, though. Another advice that I have is stay on top of your work, because if your school isn't a middle and high school connected, or K through 12th grade connected, you do have to apply to a high school. And high schools look for your middle school grades, and if they're not good, you're not going to get accepted. And we don't want that. We want you to get accepted. Next one is do extracurriculums, because that helps your college resume. If you're planning to go to college, I would recommend you do like extracurriculums. Like bands or stuff like that. Obviously, they're going to look at, but I meant to say like extra. Wait, I don't know how to say it. After school activities. There you go. So like sports, like theater, book club, debate club, stuff like that. Different types of clubs, sports teams, art stuff. So stuff like that will definitely get you into any college that you want to get into. But yeah, I think that's just basically it. If you need anything, like if you have any questions, concerns, or anything like that, just comment down below and I will get to every single person's comment. But yeah, that's basically what I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video was very helpful for my lower classmen who is going into middle school, who is in middle school, or who is graduating middle school. I cannot wait to hear all about your middle school journey if you decide to tell us in the comments. But yeah, I am officially a freshman this year, so I've graduated middle school. I had great experiences in middle school. I had horrible experiences in middle school, but you know what? It just all prepares you for high school. Oh, before I sign off, 8th grade is your hardest year. Just give you a heads up. 8th grade is your hardest year only because it's preparing you for 9th grade. But, yeah. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Like and thumbs up is the same thing. Oh, whatever. Give it a thumbs up, like, whatever, share, comment, and subscribe, and turn on those post notifications if you haven't already. And I'll see you in the next one.